different layers of personality. This gross part of man, this body in which are the external instruments, is called in Sanskrit Sthula Sharira. The gross body, behind it comes the series, beginning with the organs, the mind, the intellect, the egoism. These and the vital forces form a compound which is called the fine body, the Sukshma Sharira. These forces are composed of very fine elements, so fine that no amount of injury to this body can destroy them. They survive all the shocks given to the body. The gross body we see is composed of gross material, and as such it is always being renewed and changing continuously. But the internal organs, the mind, the intellect and the egoism are composed of the finest material, so fine that they will endure for eons and eons. They are so fine that they cannot be resisted by anything. They can get through any obstruction. The gross body is non-intelligent, so is the fine, being composed of fine matter. Although one part is called mind, another the intellect, and the third egoism, yet we see at a glance that no one of them can be the knower. None of them can be the perceiver, the witness, the one for whom action is made and who is the seer of the action. All these moments in the mind or the faculty of intellection or egoism must be for someone else. These being composed of fine matter cannot be self-effulgent. Their luminosity cannot be in themselves. This manifestation of the table, for instance, cannot be due to any material thing. Therefore, there must be someone behind them all, who is the real manifestation, the real seer, the real enjoyer. And he in Sanskrit is called the Atman, the soul of man, the real self of man. The body is dying every minute. The mind is constantly changing. The body is in a combination, and so is the mind, and as such can never reach to a state beyond all change. But beyond this momentary sheathing of gross matter, beyond even the finer covering of the mind, is the Atman, the true self of man, the permanent, the ever free. It is his freedom that is percolating through layers of thought and matter, and in spite of the coloring of name and form, is ever asserting its unshackled existence. It is his deathlessness, his bliss, his peace, his divinity that shines out and makes itself felt in spite of the thickest layers of ignorance. He is the real man, the fearless one, the deathless one, the free. Now, freedom is only possible when no external power can exert any influence, produce any change. Freedom is only possible to the being who is beyond all conditions, all laws, all bondages of cause and effect. In other words, the unchangeable alone can be free and therefore immortal. This being, this Atman, this real self of man, the free, the unchangeable, is beyond all conditions, and as such it has neither birth nor death. Every human personality may be compared to a glass globe. There is the same pure white light, an emission of the divine being, in the center of each, but the glass being of different colors and thickness, the rays assume diverse aspects in the transmission. The equality and beauty of each central flame is the same, and the apparent inequality is only in the imperfection of the temporal instrument of its expression. As we rise higher and higher in this scale of being, the medium becomes more and more translucent. Swami Vivekananda, different layers of personality.